The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of Enoch. Key 104. The keys to the living biophysical and astrophysical universe are the living light pyramids of life, existing within every structure, within every field of creation. Enoch is telling us that each level of evolution has a pyramid of light through which the human creation must pass on its way into the greater creation. If we are to go beyond our three-dimensional set of creation, we must go through our three-dimensional field of energy into the multi-dimensional fields of pyramidal light energy. Therefore, each pyramid of light is energized with Yahweh's eye in the center of the pyramid. This is a cosmological constant which enables every realm of intelligence to be reprogrammed into a higher level of creation when they can go through their pyramidal energy field of creation. Thus, the pyramid, the eternal programming of Yahweh's eye, is there with you at all times and is working with every level of evolution. If you look at platinum crystal under a field ion microscope, you see bubble formations which form pyramid shapes of light going from every stage of geometry all the way through the immediate field of the crystal. If you look at blood crystals under an electron microscope, you can find the shape of the pyramidal field in the crystal forms of blood. What you are seeing is the Merkaba, which connects the key pyramids so that light can be used in unfolding the next stage of evolution. The Key of Enoch is telling us that the biophysical relationships which exists in all life processes from the smallest hydrogen atom to the largest quasi-stellar formation are eventually going to prove that the pyramid of light is the central geometric form for all biophysical and consciousness evolution. The pyramid shows that the universal mind is all present, not only in every molecule of star ionization, but in every vibration of consciousness flow. Wherever you look, you are going to find that the consciousness flow is going to go into that universal constant. A close examination of the pyramidal units in hydrogen atoms will further reveal the geometry of a Star of David as a life-giving form. In consequence, the hydrogen atom holds the clue to the hydrogen matrix, which makes up the present spin orientation of our evolutionary network. Once again, astronomers will understand why the ancients saw the pyramid as the gateway to the stars and the form through which star intelligences come to serve human creation. Once again, man will understand how the geometries of the pyramid fuse space, time, and matter to form the ideal focus for star energy transmission. Enoch explained how the Brotherhood of Light established pyramids on certain planets in this solar system in relationship to Saturn, the key to the planetary table and density levels of other forms of intelligence operating within our solar system. These pyramids are built in grid formation and are connected to chronometers, which measure the vibratory levels of consciousness on a given planet in units of 1,000 years. They determine when successive consciousness worlds can accept physical extraterrestrial guides which nurture God level 0 growth to God level 1 status, thus completing the pyramids at God level 1 status. This growth can occur many times using the same planetary sphere to evolve many species for existence in innumerable worlds. Pyramidal grids of information were established on Mars, for example, for use by artificial intelligence. They were built for the gathering of information deciphered from the magnetic lines of force attuned with thinking servo mechanisms or computers existing in our solar system. These pyramids were established in grid formation so that the artificial intelligence of the vehicle, through stimulated emissions of radiation, could gather all information through short electromagnetic wave amplification. The master grids were established in units of 18 9R A-line controls and 9R B-line controls connected with a non-planetary pyramid 5 formation, which is the central model for information processing. The pyramids are both 3-sided and 4-sided. The grids collect knowledge about the complete range of subsystems, biomes, ecosystems, geological and evolutionary information. Knowledge of energy working through all manifestations of physical form. For example, the grids measure energy as order and disorder transmitted through crystal structure and sunlight and calculate all astronomic forces passing through the interplanetary crystalline network. The Greater Pyramids on Mars cover 10 times the area used by the co-creators in establishing the major pyramidal grid established in China during previous evolutionary cycles. Human intelligence must be initiated into the pyramidal functions of light before they can be advanced to the next ordering of evolution, the next consciousness time cell. Man will then see he is co-citizen and co-participant of star kingdoms, which are part of a cosmic pyramid, which is surrounded by a crystalline sphere separating this universe from other universes. We will then see that our human creation is part of the greater creation, which seeds its life codes by crystal invagination into cycles of star field creation. Before this can take place, the human evolution must be educated to understand the presence of the Merkaba, which is the key to engendering a whole new star seed creation. Enoch showed me how the mystery of the pyramid and the Sphinx were directly revealed in the landing of the Merkaba as the manifestation of the wheel within the wheel, which I witnessed as it opened up and became one pulsating center of light technology in the shape of a pyramid. The Sphinx symbolically represents the face of thinking spiritual intelligence, which can move in and out of our solar spectrum and show us how we can leave behind our solar evolution, the lion, and become one with the sons of light. These spiritual vehicles of light will once again come down into the communities of the righteous, which are in special grid areas of spiritual vibration throughout the world. These grids contain the pyramidal light patterns that will receive the vehicle, which will come as the capstone of light, activating these centers of light consciousness. This is the process of transforming the human evolution to co-participate with the higher evolution. This process of transformation is directly through the proper pyramidal frequencies of light and balanced by the energies of the Shekinah universe. The Shekinah universe is the body's substratum which allows this world to be transmuted into the higher worlds from its most intricate parts. Thus, the Shekinah universe transforms the basic building blocks of intelligence out of the sea of the eternal to go into the presence of the Father. The Shekinah universe is the substratum for the universe of the Sun. The Sun universe consists of programs of creation and evolution directed by the paradise suns, spanning different life combinations of intelligence from the gross material to the pure light. The sun universes gather the collective manifestations of the gross material worlds that have been purified to be offered up to the Father. The Father universes consist of universes each having a creator God who sustains the eternal unfoldings of the divine thought forms. The Father universes evolved the celestial architecture for the location of the thrones and dominions, the seats of government. These seats of government dispatch the commissions of the paradise sons and the Elohim lords of light for the creation of worlds in the lower heavens. And it is only by the order of the Father universes, through the magistrates who sit on the councils of the thrones and dominions, that the fallen paradise sons and fallen angelic hierarchies can be redeemed. Enoch explained to me that as the universe expands through the celestial architecture program, intelligence takes the assignment of coming out of the higher networks of intelligence to work with the intelligence of a given population, life system. Whereupon he showed me a picture of how the center of our galaxy unfolds through the opening of spiral arms, as star fields cool off with their Earth systems in between. The higher evolution is able to program intelligence onto these newborn planets. Again, as the galaxy of population life systems is expanded, sun systems cool off, the right chemical environment forms, and the star seed is planted. When the evolution reaches the next initiation point of its wavelength of light, new wavelengths of light can be projected through triangular coordinates. Through this process, the brotherhoods of higher population to life systems continually perfect the program of all interplanetary creations on this side. In order to put man into the building blocks of pyramidal geometries, triangular coordinates, and pyramids of light, we have this key in the consciousness of light. Centropy is the electrification of matter, specifically in a material function, light being the highest amplification of centropy. In our mind, light functions by masers or microwave amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. This is projected through photoneurons, which are quantum mechanistic corpuscles of light, working by means of photon amplification. All photons are in step. That is, they are reinforced in the same frequency. which modulates mental energy into physical energy. Now, essentially, this knowledge can be used to find how the formula which will explain how light creates the quanta corpuscles of light in the brain, allowing the brain to work as it does like a computer. With this explanation, man can see how his consciousness mind receives continuous communication within the brain from all forms of consciousness, relativity in our consciousness zone, which pulsate through thought forms through a thinking light cell by photon amplification of light crystals. Enoch explained that this consciousness process is continually going on as a flow paradigm of consciousness light within our physical galactic system. And in order to break this matter-energy construct, we must understand the following words of Enoch. Thermodynamic properties of non-stationary sources, which subordinate models of the thermodynamic systems with negative temperature can exceed the concentration of radiated energy because of the inversion of electrons placed on various energetic levels, the wholes of which are orientated by the opposite phase. Such system possesses the potential of major excitation, and they distinguish themselves by a non-linear character, which is the creative spiraling of energy, showing the dependence of energy on entropy. The physical schema of creation is one in which entropy cradles entropy in the much broader aspect of defining and relating matter and energy as parameters of a single EKA system. Entropy is then a subset of centropy, centropy being a treatment of metagalactic ordering. Our EKA system is merely a system which embraces matter-energy interactions, which, for example, include such considerations as chemical reaction, thermodynamics, and electron orbital transitions, among other factors, into the single function, which relates differences in only a single metagalactic substrate. Thus, entropy is the fundamental relationship which quantitatively catalogs all matter-energy interactions and interrelationships. Man must consider himself as a part of larger ionized field of intelligence, operating as part of these interrelationships. Yet, since he is more than a host to the linear unity of entropy as an energy potentially for converting entropy to zero, reaching a point of pure energy, he can break the matter-energy construct through certain forms of mind expansion. In Eastern psychology, this mental light projection is known as the third stage of Bardo, light body enlightenment. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, or Phowa energy, in the Parajanaparamita Sutra, these principles show that the universe is rebuilding itself as it is breaking down and is cataloged into new geometries for consciousness to continue in time cells of higher creation or lower creation. We can understand then that all functions of the electrification of matter energy, as well as the decay and the negative spins of energy, brings space, time, and matter through a pyramid of light as the dimension of energy conversion whereby the mind reaches out to the luminaries. This process allows physical man to leave behind the laws of entropy and join in unity with other intelligences who exist in other energy fields of creation serving the light. And so in the Prajnaparamita Sutra, we have the mathematical star coding of how the Son of Man, the Son of human flesh, rises to the orders of the stars to become the Son of the stars. This evolution from the physical body of creation to the higher intelligence involves a deeper understanding of life as multidimensional evolution, where individually does not count, only the continuity of the human species. To this end, the physical body must be initiated into the light before it can receive the Overself body of light, which is the true I Am identity. This means that all 7 chakra centers must first be working in perfect harmony and completely aligned with the template of light. The 8th chakra, the connecting link with the Overself, working with the Christ body of light. And once man has gone beyond his psychological limitations of self and desires only to serve his fellow creation and the Father, he has purified himself from his carnal predilections and manifested love sufficient to receive the outer garment of light. Here we have the picture of what the Lords of Light are trying to teach man through the Torah, or the collective revealed scriptures of Yahweh for this age, and through the truth set forth in the pyramid, hymns, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Chinese and Tibetan texts of light. Through this assimilation, man becomes cosmic man who can freely participate in the other forms of cosmic creation. The leadership of cosmic creation unfolds through embodiments of the divine Adam Kadmon as manifestations of Atman, Mahasamatan, Krishna, and Shur Koma. Each one of these embodiments of divine light represents the cosmological pyramid of the divine Overself coming into conjunction with the human biopyramid in the physical universe. When the 2 pyramids of light come together to form a star of David, a new star universe of intelligence is born. Accordingly, the I Am of the higher universe attaches itself to the I Am of the lower universe through the Lords of Light, who bring this unification into one light harmony known as the House of David.